Hi, I am Amanda, and welcome to the first video of my devlog series. This is an introduction to the game I am currently prototyping called Home Slice. It is a top-down pixel lifesim RPG game where you manage your own restaurant, make pizza, explore the world foraging for ingredients, and create relationships with the locals. Let's talk about the games that inspired this idea. Overcooked, a game that my friends and I had played one day and was one of the first games that got me thinking about a cooking sim. What I loved about Overcooked was being able to work together with friends to complete orders and how fun and simple the game mechanics were. Now I love the fact that you could throw ingredients at each other in your rush to complete the orders on time. But one of the things that kept me from playing further was the stressful aspect of being timed. So my goal was to make the opposite of that, which is a more relaxing approach where you make pizza and can complete orders at your own pace. Another one of my personal all-time favorites, Stardew Valley. There are many aspects of this game that I love, such as managing your own farm, being able to explore the world foraging for all kinds of items, and creating friendships with other characters in the game. For Home Slice, I'd like to give the player that same kind of variety. Not only will you be making pizzas, but you will need to go out into the world to forage for the ingredients to make those pizzas. You will befriend locals to get an idea of what they like. Now let's get into some of the technical parts of this devlog. Before I started prototyping my game, I had to come to the decision about whether this was going to be just a single-player game, or if it was going to have multiplayer. I knew that I had to decide early, as changing a game from single-player to multiplayer later on would have proved a lot more challenging. So the very first thing I did was make a prototype using a networking library called Mirror Networking. I was able to add the game on Steam, set up a game as a host, and allow friends to join. I'm really glad I made the decision to add multiplayer first, as making pizza with friends is very fun. In future devlogs, I will be going over some of my process of making this first prototype. If you have any feedback for this game so far, or have questions about how I did something, feel free to put it in the comments below.